Joe Biden's problematic public appearances have been happening over and over again. It seems like he cannot appear in public now without showing his age. We did a piece on his appearance at the star-studded Hollywood fundraiser, in which Obama basically had to guide him off the stage without waving to the audience or anything like that. And there have been several more videos surfacing over these past couple of weeks that show that this guy's really running out of steam with about 4.5 months to go until Election Day. And so Karine Jean-Pierre decided to do some damage control by going out and saying that these videos were essentially fake news.
Several recent deepfakes actually attack the president for thanking troops. That is what they're attacking.
Look what she calls it.
Ironically, several recent deepfakes actually attack the president for thanking troops. For thanking troops. That is what they're attacking the president for. Both in Normandy, this happened, and again in Italy. And I think that it tells you everything that we need to know about how desperate Republicans are here.
How desperate they are, really, because they're winning in like all of the polls.
They have them right where they want them.
Yeah, exactly. So these are fake. These are fake videos.
And I just, because we're not really focusing on the press here, I just want to point out, as you would predict, NBC has really been going overtime, as has the Washington Post, the entire mainstream press, to do what they do. And it's really like North Korea when they go into this mode. It's just, yep, no, don't believe your lying eyes. And anyone who says that Joe Biden is losing his mind is it's fake. It's fake news. So here, this in NBC right now in my news feed.
Misleading GOP videos of Biden are going viral. Fact checks have trouble keeping up. Wow.
Yeah, it's all fake. It's all fake. Nothing wrong here.
Yeah, no. So, all right. So we're going to take a look at this because, we are fair here. So I want to take a look at this piece because this video came out a couple weeks ago of Joe Biden sitting in the imaginary chair, right? Because this was edited deceptively. Because as you can see, he eventually does take his seat in a real chair.
Right.
That was behind him. And the way that was edited, they cut out the part where he sat down in the real chair. So what she's saying is a step further. What she's saying is not true, which is that these are deep fakes. A deep fake is when it is basically manipulated using AI, right? Where a person's face is put on another person's body or the whole thing is generated in some way where it's totally fabricated. No, some of these videos are deceptively edited. I would grant you that. And it's certainly true that like right-wing media is going to make more of an issue of something than it already is. However, such editing would not be possible if it didn't take Joe Biden, 10 seconds to sit in a chair? Like the reason they were able to make that look like he was trying to sit in an imaginary chair is because look at how slow the man is moving. Like, look at how he's functioning. Right. He's fucking old. He's old. Just because there are some sites and some Twitter handles that are going to try and trick the audience into, thinking this is even crazier than it really is, doesn't take the reason they're able to do that is because it's looking pretty bad in reality. Yeah. Like they wouldn't be able to do that unless it took the guy forever to take his seat or the fact that he was confused as to whether or not it is time to sit down. Notice everybody else is standing, and then when it's time to sit, they sit. Nobody else is
right.
Like the fact that you're doing that is what creates the opportunity for the manipulative editing in the first place. So just because one thing is true doesn't mean the other thing isn't. They can both be true. Yes, your opposition is milking this for all they can, going sometimes to dishonest lengths. But it's also true that your candidate is falling apart for the whole world to see.
Yeah. One, common sense. Could you do this to Obama?
Right, exactly.
No, because it would be ridiculous.
Right.
People would say, what? Obama's not. He's fine.
Right.
And more to the point, they've tried repeatedly to do this with Trump, and it doesn't stick because there's just not enough of a kernel of truth in it. Right. Yeah, you can make something out of nothing, but there has to be something. There has to be something to work with. yeah, Trump's a crazy bastard who will spend 10 minutes talking about his shark phobia in the middle of a rally. Right. But that's just his personality. It doesn't play as dementia. It plays as he's a fucking nutbag. Right. He is. Or he's charmingly, disarmingly open. Right.
Well, he'd have told that shark story 20 years ago.
Right. It doesn't play like, oh, he's really slipping. If you're going to litigate that, you litigate it as, should this guy be president who wants to, in the middle, go off about a shark story? And this is something I will actually agree with his fans about. That probably is one of his more humanizing and endearing qualities, that he will do something like that. Yeah, I would rather be on the boat than with the shark.
Yeah.
Okay. But that doesn't play to anyone like Trump. They've tried this several times to say, what about Trump? Look at what he said at his rally. And people are like, it sounds like the same crazy bastard he was 4 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
As you say, 20 years ago. So it doesn't stick. And while that might be deceptively edited, not that I'm trying to give advice to our right-wing media friends, but hey, man, you don't need to do that. Right. By doing that, you gave them that to run with. Right. And now they're muddying the waters, saying that's what it all is. He does this on his own. You don't need to do any deceptive editing. Why, you can't wait a couple minutes for him to stare off into space?
Right, exactly.
Leave it alone.
Right. So this is one more example. So this was at the G7. This was the famous parachuting incident here. So this guy lands. He flies in as a parachute. And there is an edit here, but this doesn't look deceptive. Because you could see, okay, as this guy's coming in for a landing in the center of the screen, on the left side of the screen, you see all the world leaders. And then you see the other two parachuters on the right-hand side who apparently maybe they just landed a few minutes ago or something like that. So as this guy lands, you could see the other guy there in the background. That looks like a genuine edit. But even if it's not a genuine edit...
Yeah, do you see anybody else doing what Biden is doing?
Right. Look, they're all clapping for this guy, and he's wandering off. And now Macron says, you know what, we better make him look like not so awkward, so let's follow him over here so that we look like he's sticking with the crowd.
Like, do.
Maloney's like, hey, over here, idiot.
Hey, over everyone here. Just come over where he is.
Right. They guide everyone over to him. He wanders off, looks at the other guy. Now, maybe that other parachuter just landed a few minutes ago and he's giving him a thumbs up. Maybe that's true.
But everybody's else is doing that.
Right. Everybody's focus is here. Right. He wanders
and he's
here.
The only one doing that, which is what makes it not a credible story. Like, yeah, maybe he was doing that, but why? Right. What you repeatedly see is he's out of tune with what's going on around him.
Exactly.
The social awareness is not there because he's in a state of cognitive decline.
Exactly. And now this.
Yeah.
Look at that pose.
Wow.
Look how long it takes him to do things, too. So here he is. All right, they catch up to him. Now they're like, let's surround him so that he can't move. All right, we're going to go on this side. We got people all over, so he can't just walk away.
Just, if he tries to walk away, grab him.
Yeah, grab him. And now... Oh boy, yeah, no, he looks totally with it there.
Yeah, no, that's a deep fake.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what do you mean fake? That's not a fake video. Like, even if I grant you, and I don't know if they're even claiming that about this video, but even if I grant you that there was some deceptive edit between, when the guy lands and here,
and if you do this. If you do what we do, you do edits like that all the time because otherwise, what you're gonna have 60 seconds of this fucking guy landing?
All right, exactly, yeah. There's
like
no
that
reason.
Looks like exactly where you would put a cut to get to the point.
Yeah. There's no reason to believe that was trick editing because, as you can see, when the guy in the first shot where the guy's landing, you see those two parachuters in the background, and you see where they're standing in relation to them. Right. So it seems to match pretty close. Right. Pretty close. Maybe they walked over to him, so the world leaders are a little closer to these other two guys than they were, but that could just be consolidating for time because otherwise you're going to have 3 minutes of dead time.
And which, again, it's not one video.
Right.
But with that one video, maybe you'd say, what are you talking about? it's again and again and again and again. The guy's, what is he now, 82?
Over and over and over. Here he is at the opera, right? Or what was this at the opera, falling asleep next to Maloney here. Let's kill that in case there's any copyright issue there. Yeah, there. See? So he's going.
That's classical music. I can't imagine.
Oh, maybe. That's true. Because it's a live performance, too. It's not like a copyrighted recording. Oh, okay. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
There's this.
Yeah, that is making America look really on top of its game, having this guy next to these vibrant young leaders.
That's right. That's right. This is the video from the fundraiser where they're saying goodbye and Obama thumbs up and then waving. All right. Time to.
Yeah. Oh,
here we go.
We're done here, Joe. Come on, Joe.
All right.
Come on. We got ice cream. There's ice cream.
There's ice cream back there. Let's go.
Come on. Pelosi sent over a cabinet full
of $100 ice cream bars backstage.
That's that
top shelf.
It's that
some
good
top
Pelosi
shelf fudge
shit.
bars. Yeah, that good Pelosi shit backstage. He's the top of the ticket. He's the president. You let the president milk the moment. You don't grab the president unless you know, all right, this guy's just not going to leave. He's just going to space out. Let's get him out of here.
They'll be sweeping up around him in 3 hours.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. Which brings us to a pretty funny meme that Russell found here and posted on his Facebook. Confuse and utterly disorient your enemy wandering on stage like a Roomba. Yes.
That is Joe Sue. That is the advice of Joe Sue. Yes, he's just baffling and confounding our geopolitical rivals with this behavior.
Yeah. And the explanation is that these are fake videos. But like I said, when you go from, what is he, 81 now? When you go from 80 to 82, your body ages a lot more dramatically than when you go from 40 to 42 or even, 60 to 62. As you get older and older, the years take more and more of a toll. Yes, there's an acceleration.
My grandfather used to say it's like a car. Once one thing goes wrong with the car, then everything starts to go wrong with the car.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. If it's the tires, then it's going to be the suspension, then it's going to be this and exactly. Just problem after problem. And when he first ran in 2020, it was like, once every month or two, you'd have something. Wow, the corn pop thing. Wow, the record player thing. You had a handful of them over the course of like a year. Then you start seeing it once every month or so. Now you're seeing it every single time. Like, he cannot appear in front of a camera without it being apparent that he's falling apart. You're going to blame that on deceptive editing? Again, both things can be true. There can be some deceptive editing out there, which, as Russell said, is really stupid and unnecessary to do because he's giving you plenty of real material to work with on his own. But it's also true that that material that we just said is real as well. It's real as well. And which leads me to believe, look, man, I know I predicted they would swap them out. It looks now like they won't. They have this debate. There's rumors around that this debate is his big test. If he falls apart, it's getting to a point where is he going to make it through a debate with whatever cocktail they give him? Because, the State of the Union, he did well, but that was a few months ago. Things are getting progressively worse. Yes, yeah.
For him.
That's true. Without an antagonistic madman, breathing down his neck the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. The bar for Joe Biden is he seemed to understand where he was and he pronounced words in the right order. By that standard, he did well at the State of the Union. Donald Trump, I played, there's street chess players, street hustlers. And it's funny, man. They play a very aggressive style of chess. You sit down and play chess with them, really play chess with them, and they'll start trying to get into your head and psych you out, like you're boxing. You can't play at that level. You can't play at that level.
Right.
You're not. He's got to be on stage with a guy like that. He's going to be on stage with a guy who knows he's in cognitive decline and is going to use that as part of his debate tactic. Throw him off, throw him off, throw him off, throw him off. Now, are they going to replace him if he fucks that up? Maybe. I said a while ago, if they didn't replace him by the end of May, they're not planning to, and I stand by that. But if that's a total disaster, maybe they'll feel like they don't have any choice at that point. Like, that's the last exit, really. Convention's the middle of August.
That's right.
They would have to at that point. But yeah, it's when you look at what the media is doing. Hey, man, people who work for Biden, of course, they're going to spin it, right? The media, it really is just like state TV. It's state TV to try to push this narrative, which I promise you, they got calls from the White House telling them to push this narrative. It's not an accident. They're all pushing the same narrative at the same time. These deep fakes, this misinformation, falling back on that again. And it really, you tell me what the difference is if you lived in a place with state TV and overt censorship from what you're seeing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that is absolutely true. And, in terms of, Biden's debate, yeah, that could be their last chance. That is the last exit off of the highway. And you're going to have Trump up there. Who knows? Yep. Trump should just claim he smells shit. It smells of you. What's that smell? They can't disprove that he smells something that he didn't smell. What are they going to fucking send?
He would do that.
Yeah. Then what's going to happen? What? Fucking like Wolf Blitzer is going to have to get up and go sniff Biden's ass. I don't smell. I got to say, I can report to America. I don't smell anything. I think he's lying.
I never smelled a smell like
this. I never smelled something like that. What is that smell?
In the back row, they can smell this.
They send Anderson Cooper over to sniff Joe Biden's ass to see if there's actually anything to smell or if Trump's a liar. Like, are they going to be equipped to call him on that in real time? Are they going to go
I saw a box of diapers backstage. I thought that was for the granddaughter that he ignores.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dana Bash has to go sniff Biden to confirm or deny Trump's accusation. Yeah, that would be good TV. That'd be something. If all else fails, Trump should just try pulling that card. That'd be a legendary moment.
Ever.
We'll be teaching that in 80 years. So this was the moment that Donald Trump accused Joe Biden of shitting his pants. Figuring, hey, they can't smell at home. They can't prove I don't smell something. Right, exactly. What are you going to prove? I didn't smell it? I said I smelled it.
All right, so Donald, if you're watching, we just gave you gold.
Yeah, gold. Boom. That's a perfect opportunity.
Please clap.